So I'd like to talk about the EA. Everyone knows it. They're a very, very infamous group known for microtransactions. Now I'd like to talk about the EA subscription and how rigged it is. First of all, I'd like to state that I take this example from a game, Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. They are not sponsoring this video. I am not that popular, to be honest. And I'm getting this video out to explain why EA subscription, which you'd think is all good, is actually very terrible. First of all, it says that you get a 10% off purchase, 10% off on your purchases for a video game. Now that's all well and good, but for your first purchase, I'm sorry, there's an ad, but for your first purchase, you end up paying more than you originally would have by the end of the month. Now, I realize that I could be overanalyzing this, but it really seems like it's stupid, and I get. So, let's just take the $0.99, for example. Let's say, okay, so you do it, and then it costs a lot of money. No, it doesn't cost that much money, because it's 10% off. I mean, well, it costs less than $1. Then at the end of the month, you pay $5 extra. See what I mean? Alright, and it really only works when you got a really high number, and at that point you're already paying too much. So if you see what I mean, sure. You could use the argument that, well, the rest of the purchases are also 10% off. The point is, by the end of the month, unless it's a bunch of big purchases, it still will be more than you would have otherwise paid for, and you just add on to what you bought, just minus 10% off, but you can only undo it once you've paid more than the $5 that you pay at the end of the month. In the $65 or $64.99, same thing, or maybe just a bit less. For the $10, you just pay about 10%, so $1 less. You end up paying $14 the end of the month. You pay $14, so you pay like $5 more than you otherwise would have had to. I mean, sure, but the only way you can override the purchase, like add on, is by buying more than what you otherwise would have been buying. Meaning, it's almost pointless. Like, the first purchase you get, and it might only be the first purchase that really counts, but that's going to start adding up for a while. And if you get a even more expensive subscription, I'm just talking about the month subscription, it's going to raise higher. See what I mean? And it really only works when you buy like a really large amount, like 100. But even then, you still pay $90. And at that point, you've already paid a lot of money. But for the smaller ones, you just end up paying more. So if you don't buy a lot, you just get less. But if you do, you pay less, but you still pay a lot of money anyway. So it's not like it's a big problem for them. But it would be a big problem if they just let you off the hook with those tiny purchases. So they try and add that little extra thing. 10% off. What a steal. Just buy $0.99. Now, I find it weird that is how it's working. But, I mean, I don't really expect too much from EA at this point. All they care about is money from what I've seen. And I'd hate to see Nintendo have the same fate, seeing as Reggie is gone. But, whatever. Anyways, you could take into account, hey, well, you get to do the free video game, like, before it release thing. Yes, I know, but I'm still you could still take into account the fact that you're still paying more than you otherwise would have. So at that point, sure. But to buy the game, you still have to pay money to the people. So it's not like, unless EA is paying them, it's like kind of not fair. And it's only by their games, but it's only saying for like that certain period of time. Then afterwards, you're just gonna have to pay for the game. So it doesn't really matter. It's trying to balance out its problems with solutions to anyone who goes, oh, this is rigged. Now, I'm sure someone with half as much brain cells as me, and I'm going to be honest here, I probably don't have that much, is figure this out. I'm just trying to get it out in case no one else has. And to get my opinion out on why EA is rigged as hell. That will be it for this, and that is why I find that weird.